Now we have a question for you. Should a 16-year-old be sent to jail like an adult? Sounds dramatic, doesn't it? Well, that's the question after changes to India's juvenile justice law. So what is this law all about? In simple words, it's about crimes committed by children. The law says kids below 18 years of age cannot be put behind bars like adults. Instead, they must be sent to juvenile homes where they can be reformed. Even for serious crimes like murder or rape, the maximum punishment was 3 years in a juvenile home. But why was this law made in the first place? Because children are different from adults. They don't understand the impact of their actions. They can be easily influenced by their friends or peer pressure. So instead of punishment, the focus is on reforming them. But that's not enough, some people said, and in 2015, the law was amended. What does the new law say? Children between 16 to 18 years of age can now be tried as adults. This is only for heinous crimes like murder or rape. First, the police have to prove the crime, then a special court decides if the child understood the gravity of the crime. If yes, then he or she can be punished like an adult. This provision has been used in many cases. One was in 2018 when 2 teenagers were convicted for raping a woman in Delhi. The police said both were adults and the court agreed, but the boys' families argued they were just 16 years old. The family said their sons were innocent and that they were being framed, but the court rejected their plea. Both brothers were sent to jail. In another case in 2017, a 17-year-old boy was convicted for raping a minor. He was just 17, a year older than the victim. The teenager was tried as an adult because he knew the consequences of his action. He was sentenced to 10 years in jail. These are extreme cases. In most cases, children are not tried as adults, but the law allows it. Now, why is this law being debated again? Because there is no clarity. Courts are split. Some want to be lenient, some want to be strict. Recently, a 17-year-old was convicted for killing a man in New Delhi. He did it over a property dispute. The boy had confessed to the crime. He was tried as an adult and sentenced to 7 years in jail. The reason, he showed no remorse. But here's another case from the same city. 2 teenagers were accused of raping a 14-year-old girl. The police said both were 16 years old. They were charged under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act or POCSO. Now, this law does not allow for trial of juveniles as adults. The police wanted to try these 2 teenagers as adults, but the court refused. The 2 were sent to a juvenile home till they turn 18. So what's the debate all about? Those who support the amendment say children committing brutal crimes should face equal punishment, no matter their age. They say this will ensure justice and will also help other children who may be planning such crimes. They will think twice before committing a crime. But critics of this law say children need help, not harsh punishment. They say most of these children come from poor families or have faced trauma in the past. Sending them to jail will only make them worse. The question is, how many such cases are there? According to data from the Home Ministry, in 2020, more than 92,000 crimes were committed by children. 31% of them were under 16 years of age. Most crimes were related to theft and robbery, but crimes like murder, rape, and dacoity were also committed by teenagers. So how should India deal with such cases? Should children be given a second chance or should they face adult punishment? The Juvenile Justice Act tries to answer this question. It gives judges the power to decide on a case-to-case basis. Some teenagers will go to adult jails, some will go to juvenile homes. It all depends on their mental maturity. What do you think? Should 16-year-olds get a second chance or should they face adult punishment? Tell us in the comments.